All right, let's get right to it. We begin this morning with Kyrie Irving. He's speaking out. It's really for the first time, extensively, if you will, since the Brooklyn Nets banned him from playing and practicing until he is fully vaccinated. Kyrie had a lot to say. Welcome to Start Your Day. I'm Sharon Reed, alongside Mike Hill. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Sharon. We got a lot to say about it as well, but Kyrie spoke for more than 20 minutes last night on his Instagram Live about everything from the vaccine mandate to rumors he's retiring to the reason why he's doing or not doing what he's doing. Here's part of what the All-Star guard had to say.
Like really be aware of what's being said before I even get a chance to be on the podium and speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people saying all these things about what's going on with me, and it's just not true. Pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. You know, people are losing their jobs to these mandates. People are having to make choices with their own lives, which I respect. You know, and I don't want to sit here and play on people's emotions either. Just use logic. You know, what would you do? You know, if you felt uncomfortable going into the season when you were promised that you would have exemptions or that you didn't have to be forced to get the vaccine. You know, this wasn't an issue before the season started. This wasn't something that I foresaw coming, where I prepared for it. And, you know, I had a chance to strategize on what was going to be best for me and my family. I came into the season thinking that I was just going to be able to play ball, you know, be able to use my talent to continue to, you know, inspire, influence people in the right way. You know, like putting this on me is just like, why are you putting it on me? You know, like this is not part of, you know, what's going on in conversations with scientists, physicians, and doctors. I'm just a hooper, right? Like I'm just a person who's being utilized as an example. For some odd reason, you know, people love to have my name in the mix of just some BS.
Okay, let's just unpack it and let's just go step by step. People are saying things that aren't true, and they should just pay attention to the real world. The reason people are saying a lot of things is because he hasn't said this whole thing about people losing their jobs until 10 minutes ago. And actually, he didn't even say it. It was leaked by someone, presumably in his camp, who said it. So miss me with that part, Kyrie. The other part is I didn't see this coming. I just wanted to hoop it up. Those are really two thoughts that I want to get into. You didn't see this coming? Really? Really? Okay. The whole world was talking about it, including the NBA, the NBA Players Association, the discussions leading up to play in the league. That's all that was being discussed. So what do you mean you didn't see this coming? And then I'm just a hooper, right? Is that what he said? Since when? You want to talk about a lot of things, and I support all of it. You should be able to talk about whatever you want, whether you're a basketball player, garbage collector, or professor. Talk about whatever you want. Now you're just a hooper. All of this sounds like a lot of nonsense. I didn't have time to strategize with my... This pandemic has... Nearly 700,000 people are dead. This isn't a game.
Right.
Not a game.
Right.
Not a game. Not a game. Okay? This is... You want to talk about life? This is life. Get the vaccine or don't. You and I both moved on from that, Mike. We both said your personal choice. The privilege of playing in the NBA or flying or whatever comes next, that's a separate matter, okay? I've never heard him sound more obnoxious and more ignorant in the outline of his thoughts. Not an ignorant man. The outline of his thoughts was completely ignorant and all over the place. Your turn.
Ooh, Sharon, you're going to hate me today. Because I'm listening to what Kyrie had to say, and don't get me wrong, there are certain things that I don't agree with what he's saying when it comes to not seeing this coming, because obviously kind of people saw this coming down the line. And then obviously when things start to happen, people are dying, you have to adjust because that's just the way we're living our lives these days. We've all had to adjust. Nobody saw a pandemic coming 2 years ago. Nobody could say we was going to be in this position right now. But we adjust. That's what we do as people. But here's what I have to say about Kyrie Irving. I really don't have a problem with Kyrie Irving and what he said yesterday about taking or not taking that vaccine, except no one is forcing Kyrie Irving to take the vaccine. This is still a democratic society. We cannot force anyone to put anything in their body that they don't want to put in their body. Here's the thing about Kyrie.
Amen.
I don't have a problem with him, what he's saying, because if you don't want to do that, that's fine, as long as you mask up and as long as you're not putting out misinformation to discourage other people from taking the vaccine to save people's lives. If you want to stay in your house and not be around people, whatever, and watch television all day, go ahead, be my guest. But here's the situation. We have things in life that are called rules, right? And if we didn't have those rules, then people would just be allowed to smoke anywhere they want to, indoors and outdoors, around your children all the time. Oh, if we didn't have rules, you wouldn't have to wear a seatbelt when you get inside your car and you're driving down the street. If we didn't have rules, you could walk into a restaurant, Sharon, right now and take your bra, take your shirt off and just walk around and just be butt naked if you wanted to. But there are rules. Here's things in life. In society, we have these rules, and these rules are put in place for a reason, usually for health reasons or to save lives in this case. If you don't want to abide by those rules, you cannot participate in that function that creates those rules. That is just life. So Kyrie, you're 100% right. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. We can't force you to do anything. It's your choice. But it's also a choice of society or the people who are enforcing those rules not to allow you to participate. Bottom line. We're not coming for you.
I don't know why you would think that I would hate you this morning, because I feel like we just said the same thing. I don't hate what Kyrie says. I think the timing is suspicious. He criticizes people for criticizing him or injecting things into him that he claims he did not say and may not feel, i.e., it's all about the workers who are losing their job over the mandate. Until last night, he never said that, okay? And until 24 hours before that, if it was even, probably more like 18, it wasn't leaked close to his camp. Listen, people, we are in total agreement. You don't have to wear your seatbelt.
Okay.
You don't have to wear your seatbelt. And you can be naked anywhere you want. There's just consequences for that. If you're pulled over and they see it's not, they can issue you a ticket. If you get butt naked in the restaurant, they can get you out of there, maybe even call the po-po on you, whatever they choose to do. You know, unless it's that kind of establishment. Atlanta has a lot of those, great Magic City. Okay? But, okay? It launched a lot of careers at Magic City. Okay? Jeezy said that was responsible for his career. And he
put some people through college
and salutes it today. Hello? So Magic City, no disrespect. We support you, Atlanta's finest. But at the end of the day...
Good lemon pepper wings.
Okay? Right. Kyrie, this is the NBA. These are the rules. Don't get vaccinated then. Somebody who supports and loves all people. Mostly. I love humanity. I would hope that he gets it, but he doesn't have to. But all of this, he's misfiring all over. That's why I said the outline is incoherent. Introducing a new word.
Got you.
Okay, it's a chaotic outline. I give him a failing grade. That's an F. Try again.
I got you.